Well, hey kids, what's going on? It's 7:17 p.m. West Coast time, still the 13th of January 2024. Well, the in-between student named John Weaver of Rosamond, California. What's going on? I say that because this particular semester I'm taking off to being a caregiver for my dog. She's having medical issues and I have to take care of her, not to mention I have to take care of myself, which I still find is a problem right now as it is because I hate taking care of myself, but I need to take care of myself in order to take care of my dog or anything else I've got going on. And I left off the last video with the sedate student thing. Instead of having an irate parent, you have a sedate student. So yeah, the age of 57, coming up on 58, I'll be about nearly 8 years in a college program. Sometimes taking a little time off in between to take care of personal issues. My channel, The Diary of the Griever named John Weaver, which is me. I take care of my mental health because if I don't, I'm going to be going nowhere in classes or anywhere else in it. And worrying about my dog's health at this point over here, seeing signs, made me take time off. Now, if I was a lot younger, and this was back in the 80s, this wouldn't happen. We'd be putting the dog to death, and then going on with life. Anything happened wrong with our dogs that was major that we couldn't take care of, or we couldn't even afford, put them to sleep. Cry about it, but then 1 or 2 weeks later, go to the dog pound and get a replacement. I hate going through that damn shit, I swear to God. Ma loses a dog. It takes her 2 weeks before she gets to a point where she can't stand it, but she needs to have another dog. She needs to go shopping for one. Same thing for Dave and me sometimes. I'm not ready for that point yet for my little girl. But I can tell you that being a caregiver does take time away from studies. This semester, I was supposed to be taking African American history studies and Shakespeare. It would have been challenging, but I can't do it because I have to be a caregiver. But while I was in mode of being a student in the adult age versus the younger version of it, I can tell you right now I had been more acutely aware of the stuff I needed to study and what I needed to do than I was back then. It's not technological wise, it's having a mindset. Having a mindset to take care of the things that are necessary. I saw reports coming back and they said they sucked. Handwriting sucked. Report style sucked. If I was typing like crazy, that's one thing. Making sure everything else is on there, and then sometimes I'll see the marks all over the damn place, and ugh, that was sucky. I didn't study hard enough. I didn't answer the questions right. I wasn't a good student at a young age. I had to temper myself, so to speak, reforge myself. 30 plus years of working, sweating it out, busting ass, busting my body in the process, till I get to the point where I'm losing my mother and then have to go back to school and then try to function. And every time there was an anniversary coming up, including happening this February as well, it usually puts me out. I didn't take school thoroughly enough. My mother wanted me to go through college to get a college degree. She wanted me to succeed. She wanted me to do things more than she could. Her expectations were pushing me like crazy. But I wasn't pushing me enough for it either. I didn't know what to do during those days, except go through this stuff and have this kind of mind game going on. Oh yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, but really, do I really need this damn crap? But, you know, But I picked the classes up. Ma didn't. I needed the math classes. Okay, fine. Pre-algebra. I had to do that damn thing twice. Still screwed it up. I'd taken history courses. One course I passed. The other one, ugh, crash and burn. I took prerequisite English courses, and then I started taking other courses I was interested in: American literature. Then I was taking English literature. Passing on that one. Barely, but passing. Writing skills sucked. Science. Took a meteorological class. I couldn't do the math. I took a couple of geology courses. One to whitewash the other lousy grade. I both got lousy grades because I wasn't paying attention enough. I wasn't studying hard enough on this. I didn't have the enthusiasm for it. And it was showing. When my mother started seeing this paperwork, and then she sees a letter coming through the mail, and then she reads the stuff I had out of it. I see this academic separation for 1 year. Oh my God, she had a conniption fit on that damn shit. That's for damn sure. Ooh. Oh my God, did I get ripped in that one? Oh, she was not a happy camper. She was not. How dare you do this to me? And then this and that and this and that and this and that. Oh my God, I'm getting my ass ripped apart. I've been through part-time jobs before. This is not enough, John. You're going to have to work full-time, or you're going to have to get the hell out of here. Well, what do you mean? I'm not having a deadbeat son over here. You got two options. You got 2 weeks. Huh? You either get a full-time job within 2 weeks, or you're out of here. No excuses, no arguments. You're not hearing me. End of discussion. Oh, so I had to get all my part-time job information, a little bit of a work history, search through the newspapers. Yeah, we did have job ads during those days. Hard copy. Imagine that. No online crap because we didn't have the online during those days. All hard copy. Paper. Hoofing it. Which means I wore my shoes out before I could actually use the damn shoes for working. And I had to go out there with a suit and tie, clean dress shirt, tie that didn't have any spots or things on it, and a jacket that looked like it was suitable for interviews that day. Carry carry a briefcase or a satchel actually with the paperwork, blank paper, and everything else I needed in there. And I'd walk. I go to places. I go on a bus. I go to places. I go local. I get to a retail place. I go to the interview. They were having interviews that day. I went through it. Next thing I know, here's the shift. This was as a young kid who couldn't cut it in school because he didn't even want to try enough. There was even a course in college during those days when I was attending Pierce College about finding a career, and he had an 8-week course. I had other things I could do. I looked at them, but it really didn't help me much. I wanted to be a writer. I was going to be artsy fancy and artsy artsy and stuff. I was going to be a writer. Yeah, a writer didn't have the skills necessary for the damn crap in the first place. But I had a dream of it, but I didn't have the ability. I didn't have the mechanics for it either. That's because I didn't give school and education a chance. I really didn't pursue it as much. Oh, I had the head game on the damn thing, but I didn't do it. And then I started working. I can only stay in school for about 2 weeks at Pierce College, going to doing video games, hanging out in the cafeteria, a little bit in the library, copying down stuff, writing things down, or photocopying if I had the money for the photocopying machine. Maybe checking out a book or two with me. And if I was lucky, in between part-time jobs, just bumming out at home, bumming. How's that grab you? It didn't grab me very well. Proving to Ma that I really didn't know and I didn't care about school. I kept telling myself I was going for her, not for me. But if I was going for something else. But it just wasn't what she wanted. Well, I was sure as hell doing it for a damn head game, that's for damn sure. I didn't think about the consequences down the road. I didn't think about the consequences, period, as much. No, I had a head game going on that I thought it was going to happen. It never did. It never did. So for 30 frickin' years, going to different jobs left and right, temp assignments left and right, seeing people who actually been through college, having degrees, my age, trying to be successful, and here I am scraping at the bottom of the barrel or worse than that. Trying to lift up the damn barrel. I hated myself. It got to the point where I'm thinking, okay, I'm not going to go back to college ever again. I screwed it up. I lamented on it for 30 frickin' years. I ate on the damn vittles. Soured me up. After Ma passed, my brother and I were going to different groups. One guy, a friend of ours, he suggested we go to college. What are you guys doing? I mean, after your mother's death, what are you guys doing? We go home, we go over here, we come home, we come here. That's kind of boring, man. You need to go to college. You need to get to do something with your life. My brother looked at me and says, "What the hell?" I'm like, "Oh God, I did it. I screwed up a long time ago." Yeah, well, why not this time? What the hell? We'll see what the hell happens. Yeah, that's all that happened. First semester, my brother barely survives it. In the second semester, he damn near buys it. Me, on the other hand, the second semester my brother's in, I'm starting my first semester. I'm starting my first semester. I take the same class he had, the history of Vietnam. Oh, long story in this schmuck. But the other class I took was an English class I thought I could deal with. Critical thinking and literature. I didn't know damn shit. What the hell was I doing in there? Oh God, it was a mess. The Vietnam class I got the full credit for, but the English class I failed at. I got a D at. And I screwed up on that one. I wanted to do it better. I really wanted to do it better. And I was going to do it better. I vowed to myself I was going to get that damn thing cleaned up. But I got my foot in the door. My brother was looking at me. He says, physically I can't handle this stuff. But you can. Oh, yeah. So what do you think, next semester? I looked at him and go, yeah, next semester. It was an adventure. It still is. All right, I don't want it to end, but eventually it's going to have to. After that, I don't know. But I can tell you that I started about 49, age 49. Said before taking time off, not to mention COVID kicked in. Screwed things up. Grieving for my family. The reason why I wear the shirt and sit right next to the urns. I made a promise to these two. Dave and Ma. And I told him, I'll do this. But I also had an argument with my big brother, telling him, "Look, you get worse in your health. I'm taking care of you. Screw school." He didn't agree to it. He got worse, and I had to take off school, or just about. But as things would work out, he passes. I'd take a semester off, come back in the fall, and tell myself I'm going to do this damn thing. And this time I'm doing it for him, I'm doing it for me, and I'm doing it for Ma. The hell with everything else. And that's what I did. This semester, I had to take off, as I said before, because my little dog needs me, and she's not having it. The dementia's kicking in. Maybe she's going to have a little bit of a longer life, I hope. I still got to get her into a vet to have her evaluated. That way, I'm aware of what I'm dealing with, to see whether or not if I'm actually going to be continuing or not. I want to continue. I'm not giving up on this. I'm really not. And if any student out there is listening to this thing, it is possible. You can suffer through a hell of a lot of crap, but you can still go through school. Just you need the adjustment time to get through it. Or otherwise, if you really got the better will and the better internal strength. School is important. Perspective, wisdom, context. Things you may not have learned a long time ago, but in age creep is up, and you're still doing a second term at the college. Believe me, your past experiences do help you out a great deal. Take your time at college. Take your time choosing the right courses that you have. Understand the situations that you have at home. And the hardest part is making the decisions that'll be affecting you down the road and also in front of you right now. I was fortunate enough that I was able to go back to college in my later years. I'm fortunate enough that things happened in my life that made me eligible for it. And I have to take full advantage of it. And I have to keep pushing myself on this one, because I don't want to lose this. I really don't. So, I may be talking more about being a college student down the road. And yes, this semester I had to, because I'm a caregiver still. That's also time, perspective, and things happening in my life, that responsibilities I have. That responsibility is taking care of my family while they're alive, regardless who or what they are. If they're my family, I take care of them. That's my job. Speaking of which, she must be obeyed, walks through. What's going on, mamas? She's going for the water bowl again. Okay, time to cut this one short.